Alrighty, so let's see, we've got our Chapter 3 projects here. Our payroll program, our test scores program, and our circle program. And we're going to go ahead and test these and check out how they work. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the scanner, that way we can get keyboard input. And we're going to declare our payroll class right here. These are its fields, so we've got the employee's name, ID number, hours, and pay rate. And that's all the information we need for the employee. Here's your payroll class's constructor, and it'll ask for the employee's name and ID number, and it will set the name and ID number equal to the given input by the user. Now we're going to go ahead and do let's see, these are the accessor and mutator methods. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And down here we've got our gross pay method. Now this is going to calculate the employee's gross pay as hours times the hourly pay rate, and I went ahead and rounded that to 2 decimal places since it's money. Now let's go ahead and test this class here, and we want to get the keyboard input, so we're going to declare a new scanner called K, and we're going to have some variables here. They're kind of temporary variables that hold the employee's name and ID number. And now we're going to go ahead and ask the user for the employee's name, and we're going to set the e name here equal to the next line that the user enters, so that way it'll get the name. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to set employee's ID number equal to the next integer that the user enters when they're prompted for this ID number. And now we're going to declare a new payroll object with the given information. And we're going to ask them for the number of hours that the employee has worked, and for the employee's hourly pay rate. And now we're going to display the employee's gross pay with the given information. So let's go ahead and run that and see if it works. So call our employee Bob, give him an ID number of say 1234, and we'll say he's worked 40 hours this week. He's a hard-working guy, and we're going to give him a hourly pay rate of $20. So let's see, Bob has made $800 in gross pay this week, so he did pretty good. All right, on to test scores. Pretty much the same thing. We're going to get our scanner here, so we can get keyboard input in a minute. We're going to go ahead and declare our test scores class, and these are our 3 fields of the 3 test scores that the user has gotten. Now we're going to see, we've got our accessor and our mutator methods here for each test score, and we've got a method to calculate the average of the 3 test scores. And I went ahead and rounded that to 2 decimal places, because sometimes you can get some really weird, like long numbers. So we got that fixed right there, and that'll be returned as a double. Now let's go ahead and test that. So we're going to declare a new scanner called keyboard and a new test scores object called T. Now we're going to get each of these test scores and assign it to their respective fields in T, the test scores object we created. And now we're going to display the user's average test score. So let's go ahead and play around with this for a second. So they did pretty good on his first test, so 100. Dropped off with a 90 and really messed up this 80 here. So now he's got an average test score of 90. All right, and this thing will work with some weird numbers, stuff that would have been really crazy. So 70, 60, maybe at 55. I see that'll round to 61.67. All right, so now to our circle program. So we'll go ahead and get the scanner so we can get keyboard input, and we're going to declare our circle class. It has 2 fields here. One of them is a final double pi, initialized to this value 3.14159, and our radius here. And this will be determined by the user. So now we have a constructor gets the radius and sets radius equal to the given input. Now we have our accessor mutator methods for radius, and we've got our methods for it says get area, get diameter, and get circumference, and they will return these values. And each one is set up with the mathematical equations that the book gave. So yeah, these will all return these values. So let's go ahead and test this. We're going to declare a new scanner called key, and now we're going to ask the user for the radius, and we're going to declare a new circle object called C. This is all done in one step. It's going to get the radius from the user as a double, and then it's going to declare a new circle object C there with that radius that was given. And now it will print out the three values, the area, diameter, and circumference of the circle. So let's go ahead and run that, and with maybe the number 4. Here we go. And this is the area, diameter, and circumference of the circle. All right, so that wraps up the Chapter 3 projects.